Hello, welcome to ProjectArt Online. I'm Susan Swarthout, but my students call me Miss S, and I'm a fiber and multimedia artist that teaches for ProjectArt in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today we're going to do a lesson on how to turn plastic bags, well, strips of plastic bags, into things that you can use. I like to use things that people would normally throw away to make art and other useful things. And plastic bags are one of our biggest problems because they usually end up in landfills, they're hard to recycle, and they really kind of gunk up the environment. So today we're going to turn them into some useful things, and hopefully by the end of it, you will end up with one of these, a coaster. A coaster is what you put a cup on, like this. It protects your furniture because it's made with strips of plastic bags. It won't let the moisture get to anything you set it down on, or if your cup is hot, it will also protect. So, before we start, you need to go collect some materials. Now I'm going to show you them, and then you can pause the video and go and get them. You can do that anytime during this lesson. You can pause it, you can even rewind it if you want to go over something again. You can stop it for a long time while you finish working. It's your choice. Okay, here we go. These are the materials you'll need. First thing, plastic bags. The grocery or store bags that have handles. I have three kinds, three colors, white, brown, and blue. You can use all the same colors, or you can mix it up if you have that choice. Okay, they should be all kind of the same kind of plastic because some plastic bags are a little heavier than the others. We want the real thin kind. Okay, great. Second thing, scissors. You're going to need scissors to cut the bags into strips. Most scissors will work just fine. I use scissors that I use for cutting paper, cutting sewing thread, work pretty well. The third thing you need is a plastic top. Okay, it can be any size, like this. This one was cottage cheese. This one was nuts, I think, and this one was my peanut butter. Okay, last thing, glue. Good school glue. Okay, it can be any brand. We like to use Blick. And this kind of glue, though, for sure. Not some of don't use super glue because it'll melt your plastic. You might be able to use a glue stick. I haven't tried that, but you can try it if you want. So that's four things: plastic bags, scissors, plastic top, and glue. Okay, now I will wait for you to go and get those. Okay, we're back. This is my work desk, and I am going to demonstrate how to make these plastic bags into something fabulous. I think I'll use the blue one because it'll show up better. First thing is to straighten it out and flatten it out, okay? Like this on your work surface. And you take your scissors and you cut off the bottom and you cut off the top. So you're ending up with a kind of a square. Now don't throw these away because we can use them for other projects. Don't want plastic ending up anywhere. Now you cut them into strips that are 1 inch wide. Well, approximately 1 inch. Don't have to worry about it being too bad. I love the way my scissors just slide through the plastic bag. If you hold it on this end, see? Whee! Or you can cut. Don't worry if your edges are a little ragged, not a problem. Hey, yeah, that's good. All right, I'm gonna cut all the rest of these into approximately 1-inch strips. You see I've got some writing on the bags. That doesn't matter. The writing can just be part of the design. Okay, now the next thing is to show how to put them together. Okay, because you want the strips. Well, I'll show you. Get rid of these. And since I'm using more than one color, I'll take a white bag, which I've already cut apart. Now watch this magic. Okay, you're gonna lay these two loops like this. You're gonna take the blue one, or whatever color, and put it over top of the white. And then poke it underneath. Grab it with your other hand, and then you're going to gently, sometimes it gets caught up a little bit, so you just help it along, gently pull until it ends up in a knot. Okay, and the knot is very small, so that's not really going to show up with what we're doing. Okay, let me do that again. Let's see. I need a brown strip, don't I? Here we go. Here's a brown strip. Brown strip or loop over top of the blue. Okay, let's see if I can make it really clear. Push it underneath the blue, grab it, and then pull both ends, both loops. If it gets hung up, you just help it out a little bit. Until you get another knot. So now I've started a whole long strip. I've got 3. Now for our project today, we're going to need 5 strips together and 2 lines of 5 strips each. So if you need to stop now, cut your bags and make them into strips, go ahead and do that. I will keep on going so that I can show you what's the next step. But if you want to join back in again when you're ready, that's fine too. Okay, here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Now, I said I needed 2 of them. And this is where the other magic comes in. As you saw with the coaster, it's not flat like this. It's, it looks almost braided. Which you can do, by the way. You can braid, make 3 strips and braid if you want to. But another way to do it is what I'm going to show you. First, I'm going to tie these 2 together because, like you know with braiding, you don't want the ends to come apart while you're working. Okay. Now, I've got my 2 strips together, and I'm going to start to twist. 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 Okay, you want to twist it pretty tight if you can. One good way to do that is to tape down the end so you can have both hands for the twisting. Okay, but I'm just going to show you a little bit of it because I've got another one that's already pre-twisted. Okay, so get the idea. One hand goes this way, the other hand goes that way. And twist and twist. Yeah. Okay. So I've got some different colors, like a striping coming through. Yeah, good. All right, when you have twisted your 2 5-loop pieces together, we go to the next step. The top, which is going to become a bottom. And you need your glue. With the glue, you're going to cover not the top of the lid, but the inside, okay? Because you like this lip here, it's going to help you. All right, let's see if my glue works. You ever have trouble with this kind of glue that it just does not want to come out? Either the glue has gotten all stuck up inside of it, or sometimes I forget to pop the top. I've done that more than once. Okay, good. I'm getting a good amount of glue. There, yeah, whee! I can make a picture. All right, that's probably enough. Now, what I did with my glue so it came out is I stored it upside down in a cup. That way the glue was right at the top. Now, I think what I need to do is spread this around. You can use a piece of fabric. You can use paper towel, tissue. I'm using my finger. So now it's nice and gluey and, oops, so is my finger. If you use your finger, you might want a tissue. Yeah, I'm going to do this because I'm going to be working with the plastic strips and it'll stick to my finger, and then I won't have a coaster, I'll have a plastic covered finger. Okay, now here is my twisted strip. See, it's already one done twist on the end. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Okay, so I'm going to twist up the end a little bit more again to make it nice and ready to go. Okay, and since it didn't end up quite evenly, I'm going to kind of snip off that end of it. Good. Now, because it's twisted, this will be pretty easy to do. You're going to make a circle. It's going to coil back on itself, a coil, like this. You see? Coil it around a couple of times to get it started. Okay? Then you plop it down right in the middle. From there, you're going to continue with your twisted piece going around. Can you see? My finger's in the way there. I'm going around and around and around. It's a coil. It's a spiral. It's a circle. Okay, so you see if they've twisted it tight enough, it lays down pretty well. It's not going to lay down perfectly. You may have to keep encouraging it, pushing it down. Stay down, you. Oops, this one wasn't twisted enough. Well, okay, I'll twist you a little bit more, and then I'll press it into the glue. That's why a lot of glue helps. Now, it's not going to totally stick to the glue until after it dries, so I'm going to show you about how to do that after we get it on there. Sometimes it helps to have two hands helping you with this, if you have someone who wants to help you with this project. Oops, untwisted, here we go. There we go, I'm almost all the way around. Some of the glue has kind of stuck at the edges, which is good. That's going to help me get those last little bits in there. All right, twist, twist, twist. Okay. Oh no, we have some that's left over. What do you think that we will do? Anybody got any ideas? How about Mr. Scissors? There we go. and then you just press it down into the glue. All right, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that one. What you need to do though, is you don't use it right away. You need to take something heavy and put on it, to press it down, keep it so it is in contact with the glue until it dries. Now, this cup is not quite big enough, so the edges might not stick, so maybe I would need something as big as it or bigger, a book. This is the same size. I could use that and put the cup on top of that. And then I'm going to leave it for at least an hour, okay? And then you can check it. At that point, if anything's sticking up, put a little bit more glue on it and let it dry again, okay? With your different color bags, you can make any kind of design you want. Yeah, that one's going to be pretty. You know, I'm using this one already. I use it for my teacup in the mornings. All right. Good job, everybody. I am going to stop this part, and I'm going to come back with my face, which has been there all the time, but you'll be able to see it again. Hi, everybody. I'm back. Well, I was always here, but I'm back so you can see me. So I hope that you had a good time doing this and that you ended up with what you wanted. If it didn't work out exactly right, don't worry about it. The first one I made was, not so good. But with a little practice, you can make all sorts of things. In fact, you can cover other things. I covered this glass jar. Something that was, had something in it, olives, I think. And I braided, and then I put glue on the jar and went around. That one's a little slippery, so you have to be careful. Maybe, you could use a partner to help you. Another thing you can do is you can make them bigger. Oh, where'd I go? Oh. This is just a cardboard circle that I cut out of a box, cardboard box. And if you make enough of those strips and twist them, you can cover the whole thing and you have a placemat. And again, you can work on the design that you want with it, depending on what colored bags you have. So I did say to use grocery bags. If you have another kind of bags, if you have the kind of bags that look like this, that's what the newspaper comes in. Pretty colors, huh? You can do the same thing. You would just cut your strips and then attach them together the same way. Now your loops are going to be shorter, so you have to cut more strips, but that's okay. They end up looking really pretty. So I wish I could see everything that you made. In fact, I can. If you take a picture, you can post it on Instagram or Facebook with @ProjectArtUSA. And be sure to add the hashtag ProjectArtOnline. And then I'll be able to see it, and so will other people. So think about doing that, okay? Oh, and one more thing. If you liked working with plastic bags, or if you have a gazillion of them, like I do, why don't you check out my other video, which is on YouTube under the ProjectArt channel. And it's how to make flowers out of plastic bags. I've made a lot of those. And when you make the flowers, you can use them inside in a bouquet, or you can even use them outside. I put them, when all the leaves fall off the trees, I put them on my trees outside, and I have a tree that blooms all year round because rain, wind, ice doesn't hurt plastic bags. So it's something pretty for people to look at. So thank you for joining me today. And all right, now it's up to you. Go, be creative. Thank you.